Welcome back, Formless Seekers. If you've walked with me in the last session, we went down into the basement with Sigmund Freud. We discovered that the unconscious is the engine driving the car. But today, I need to show you where the car is actually driving. I found a map left by a philosopher named Plato over 2000 years ago. He calls it the allegory of the cave. And when I read through it, the lens of the formless, I realized that it wasn't just a philosophy lesson. It is a blueprint for how you are trapping yourself, and more importantly, how you can set yourself free. Imagine a row of prisoners chained in a dark cave since birth. They are facing a blank wall. Behind them is a fire, and things are moving past that fire, casting shadows on that wall. The prisoners watch the shadows. They name them, they fear them, they love them. To them, the shadows are the only reality. But, my family, I'd like you to look at your life. We are the prisoners. The wall is your mind. The shadows are your anxieties, your bank account balance, your social media feed, your past trauma. You spend your whole day reacting to these shadows. You scream at them. You cry over them. You think the shadow of lack is real. But you are forgetting the most important part. You are forgetting the light is casting them. Plato argued that the physical world is just a poor copy of the truth. He called this truth the theory of forms. Now, I like to speak in our language a bit to help bring greater understanding and higher clarity to the individual. Think about your heart chakra, the unconditional, loving side of yourself. In the physical world, the cave, you might experience heartbreak, jealousy, fear, or attachment. Those are the shadows of love. They are imperfect, they hurt. But the form of the heart chakra, that is unconditional love. That is eternal. That is a perfect energy that never drains. Think about Freud's structure. The ego is the prisoner watching the wall. It is obsessed with the physical world. The superego is the chains telling you what you should do, holding you in place. But the id, that deep instinct, that is your inner fire. That is your raw power. And behind all of it, that is your formless nature itself. The shadow is the temporary happiness that you get from external validation. The form is the eternal bliss that exists within your crown. Most spiritual teachers would stop here. They tell you the world is fake, leave the cave, escape the ego. But this is where you have to go even deeper. We honor Plato, but it is time to transcend him. If you leave the cave and just sit in the sun forever, you are just a ghost. You are pure spirit with no way to express it. The Formless Guide, however, we teach something different. We do not run from the cave. We realize that this cave is made of the light. We're going to use an anime metaphor for bringing higher clarity to this. Think about Fullmetal Alchemist. Edward Elric visits the gate of truth. Inside, it is pure whiteness, pure knowledge, pure formlessness. But does he stay there? No, he comes back. He brings that truth back into the physical world to save his brother. He integrates it. See, Plato saw a prison, whereas I see a playground. The true master doesn't just escape the cave, the true master walks back into the cave. But this time, he isn't chained, he is walking freely. He doesn't fear the shadows because he knows he is the only one holding the projector. When you begin to understand this, you can stop being the victim of your reality and start being the architect or the creator. But this is a step after learning how to observe, becoming an observer. If you don't like the movie playing on the wall of your own life, if you don't like the shadow of poverty or stress, don't yell at the wall. You have to turn around. You go inward to the formless nature within. You align your energies. You fix your chakras. You shift the frequency of your consciousness. So this week, I am not asking you to run away from your life. I am asking you to alchemize it. When a shadow of anxiety appears, don't fight it. Just say, I see you. You are a projection, but I am the light. Bring the perfect energy of the heart and pour it into the shadow of your relationship. Bring the perfect clarity of the third eye and pour it into the shadow of your confusion. Don't just watch this movie. I'd like you to be able to direct it. And yes, we are disclosing yet another fragment in the infinite space that is consciousness. But I'd like you to remember each piece we use is meant to help you grow, not to help you attach to a practice or to dogma. We seek freedom from Maya, but we do not seek the Dharma, we become it. So, my formless seekers, continue to expand your awareness with the will to understand it in every form it appears in your formless nature. Remember, we're available on multiple platforms. We have our podcasts available on Spotify for when you're on the go, for when you're home and you like to practice or find that meditative clarity to bring higher understanding to anything that bothers you, anything that shields you, anything that makes you feel like you're avoiding. All of these things, we are here to help. This is your formless guide with a message. It is time for you to become the architect once again. Do not be afraid. It has always been you. This is your formless guide, signing off.